Hello, I'm Scotty. Thanks for visiting my channel. I will teach you how to repair mechanical clocks. Okay, we're ready to start taking the movement apart. I'll start off by removing the crutch, this piece here, and the pendulum leader, that piece there. We've got a couple of screws up there. Use a small screwdriver. They are seriously tightly in there. Marvellous that people insist on absolutely screwing everything down really tightly. They don't need to be, they just need to be finger pressure and a tiny bit more, because these couple of screws here feel like they've been put in with a machine. That is unbelievable. That one started turning anyway. Got him. They are seriously tied down. Alright, I'll take that out. Pop those over there. That's a back cock. You'll notice, as I said before, that the suspension spring is broken. There should be a piece of very fine steel between there and there, but there isn't. So, I've had a look in my spare parts, and that's the closest piece I've got. Because we haven't got the original, I don't know how long the small spring pieces are in there. So once that gets fitted in there, we'll then have to regulate the pendulum in relation to the length of it. Okay, I found those couple of screws. They're on the floor just below my bench. And you'll notice that metal parts here have got rust on them. That pillar there's got some rust on it. They all have. That one's not too bad, but there's rust on down there. You can feel it when you rub your hand over it. Very rough. Alright, we'll clean those up before we put them back on. And I'll see if I can get rid of these. Oh yeah, that's not too hard. Try another one. Alright, they're easy to get undone compared with the other one. Now I'll make a point of not dropping these ones on the floor, so I've got to find them again. That's one, and that's the second one. We'll keep those aside separately. Put the movement over there, and there you'll have a better view of the rust. That's the piece that holds the bell, and I'd say that that's probably not original. That looks a bit new to me. Alright, put those aside. Now we'll start taking the pieces off the front of the movement, and then using our 6mm spanner, we'll undo those 4 nuts around there, and we'll take the movement to pieces. Alright, well, I'm going to start off with the rack. It's got a C-clip on it. I'll take that off with a pair of tweezers, and there seems to be a brass washer on there, I think. If you find this video helpful, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. No, it's part of it. Alright. Strange, unusual shape and configuration, but we'll investigate that as we get further into things. Now, the rack stop lever is held in place. Yep, rust on that also. We'll clean that up. Is held in place by this screw and sleeve in here. So, having loosened that off, we should be able, maybe it's not loose enough yet. Hey, that's a fine little, really surprised that that screwdriver doesn't fit in there. It doesn't particularly. Right, so, that is still, it's coming out, but we'll have to lift it up. I'll have to turn the maintenance cam round a bit so that we can slide the rack stop lever off. And there it is. That's come off. And then on the inside, we have this configuration down here that we will take out. Actually, I'll move that little spring there. The little spring that puts a little bit of positive pressure on it. I'll move that out of the road, down below it, so we can take this out. Bit twisty turny, but it's caught down under there, I think. Oh, there we go. That's got him. Pull that out a bit. That is what the configuration looks like when it's in the movement. That's the setup there. I'll tighten that screw down a little bit so we don't drop it. Put it over there. And now we've got a circlip on top of the hour wheel there. So we'll see if we can remove that easily. I might need a narrower blade pair of pliers to do that. I'll put a little bit more light on that so it goes that away. All right. So we need to get in under there with a pair of pliers, but it doesn't particularly want to move. I'll try a pair of tweezers. We might be able to move it backwards a bit. No, it's still pretty tight in there. All right, I'll take that off camera because we're dealing with a couple of bits of plastic there and I don't want to damage those. And then we'll come back and then we can take the snail and the hour wheel off. Well, that didn't take too long. Once I was able to concentrate on what I was doing and not looking at the camera, the top piece will come off and then off comes the snail. And then the hour wheel. We'll slide that up with its pinion. Is that a crack in there or not? Let me have a look and see. I'm a bit suspicious about that. I'll be a bit careful and see how that goes. Alright, that's pretty much cleaned up the outside of the movement. Now we can start to remove the internal parts. Alright, 6mm spanner. We'll take those 4 nuts off. Put them in a little dish. And the third one. Getting a bit tight there. And the 4th one. People got to tighten everything down. It only needs to be hand pressure, maybe plus 10%. It doesn't need to be screwed into the ground. All right, now, very carefully, we'll start lifting up the top plate. And we'll see how we go. All right, that's that. Da-da-da-da-da. Yep, they should all be all right. Okay, up we come. And the top ones. And then lift the plate off. I don't think we're... That's... Whoop, there we go. Bits falling out already, so that's a plus, maybe. Now, put my hand in, we'll lift up. And there we have it. And heaps of pieces have fallen out. So I put them back in where they were. They all seem to be all right. Little bit of rust there on the hammer lever. All right, we'll check that in a moment. That's our other great wheel. Put that there. Goes there. I'll take the escape wheel out for a start. Put it in our foam block. Turn this round. See what we got. Over there. See how that goes. Alright. That's our warning wheel with a pin on it. Now we want that goes there with our star wheel on it. And, gee, not easy to see. There's not a lot of light there. That drives that. That drives that. And that's that, and that's that. And that one goes over there. So over here we've got, that's the maintenance cam there. Actually, I'll take the great wheels out first. We'll check them later. A little bit of rust on some of those. This is just to get an alignment to make sure we've got all the wheels in the right place, and that doesn't seem to be working there at all. Actually, I'll take that hammer lever out. It's not in too bad a nick. Well, we're working out what goes well here and see what we've got. That goes there, right? Yeah, that'll go down under for sure. Right, take that out for the moment, start again. That has to go down under there. It's not going to sit on top. Yeah, there's nothing to drive there. All right, back in a minute. I'll check this out and get the correct orientation of everything. Then I'll make a note of it and then we'll return.